and India and the US has finally struck a deal after months of waiting. After suspense, pressure and tariff threats, the US-India trade deadlock is finally over, and the announcement did not come from negotiators or joint statements. It came straight from Donald Trump himself. In a late-night political bombshell, US President revealed that a direct phone call with Prime Minister Modi sealed the long-pending trade deal with immediate effect. Here are the big takeaways from what Trump has announced so far. First, on tariffs. Trump says that the US will now impose a reduced reciprocal tariff of 18% on Indian goods, down from 25%. For Indian exporters, this is a significant relief after months of uncertainty, especially for engineering goods, textiles, chemicals, auto components that depend heavily on the US market. Secondly, with Russian oil penalty now withdrawn, Washington has reportedly scrapped the additional 25% penalty it imposed earlier on India over its purchase of Russian oil. According to US officials, this follows India's alleged commitment to scale back Russian oil imports, and sources say that more energy will now be imported from United States and possibly Venezuela. Now, India has made it clear that it will continue to import oil from where it wants and when it wants, depending entirely on India's own needs and market interests. Third, energy and oil at the heart of the deal. Trump claims that India has agreed to massively ramp up energy purchases from US, including oil, gas and coal. And energy, not manufacturing, appears to be the deal's strategic core, with the US positioning itself as a long-term supplier to India. India has again made it clear that it wasn't importing oil from Venezuela because of restrictions, and now that Venezuela is open, India will start importing oil from Venezuela. Fourth, agriculture and market access. Trump says that India will move towards zero tariffs and non-tariff barriers on US products, including agriculture goods. If true, this would mark a major shift for India's traditionally protected farm sector and is likely to trigger political and farm-level pushback as well. However, government says that there is no compromise on the interest of the farmers. Sensitive sectors like agriculture, dairy will be protected, continue to be protected. And fifth, the $500 billion claim. Donald Trump asserted that Prime Minister Modi committed India is going to buy over $500 billion worth of US goods spanning energy, agriculture, technology and raw material. So far, this figure remained Trump's claim alone, with no official confirmation from India's side. Prime Minister Modi welcomed the tariff reduction, calling this conversation with Trump wonderful, thanking him for the 18% rate, but notably did not reference to a trade deal, nor did he comment on oil purchases from Russia or India's energy needs. The messaging gap is telling. Responding to the statement, Sergio Gore, the US ambassador to India, took to social media platform to underline the personal rapport between the two leaders and the strategic promise of partnership. He said Donald Trump genuinely considers Prime Minister Modi a great friend, and the relationship between India and the United States is going to be potentially limitless. Now, one thing is clear, India now enjoys one of the lowest tariff rates in Asia at just 18%. India has edged ahead of key regional competitors, gaining a clear advantage in access to the American markets. What does it mean for India? What could be the political ramifications going forward? Listen into this conversation.